Marvel Rivals has a game-breaking bug that's putting players with weaker PCs at a massive disadvantage. Rivals has a major issue with several abilities and core mechanics that are tied to your FPS, or frames per second. No, I'm not talking about the game being smoother or easier to play with high settings. This bug actually changes how certain abilities, attacks, or even movements behave depending on your frame rate. For example, at lower frame rates, heroes might dash shorter distances, melee slower, or even fail to jump as high as their abilities are designed to. Imagine playing Doctor Strange, but his portals literally glitches out because your FPS can't keep up. Sounds frustrating, right? Well, that's the reality for many players right now. Marvel Rivals is a demanding game. Even players with high-end PCs, like those rocking an RTX 380 Ti and top-tier processors, are struggling to maintain consistent frame rates. If your PC isn't built like that, for that kind of performance, you're facing serious disadvantages in competitive play. Shout out to the Reddit user Neon, who ran some side-by-side tests and confirmed that heroes genuinely perform worse at lower frame rates. We're talking about slower movement speeds, reduced damage even. You have lower frame rate than your opponent, you're dealing less damage than them. They'll be dealing more damage than you. What is that? This happens because of something called delta time in game development. Delta time is the way games calculate what's happening between frames, so everything feels consistent. Even if your PC or connection isn't the best, think of it as a method to smooth out lag or frame drops. But in Marvel Rivals, this system isn't working properly. Instead of standardizing actions, the game ties things like movement, speed, and damage ticks directly to frame rate. This issue has even led to an explosion of mods designed to boost FPS, overshadowing other creative mods in the community. But until the developers address this, the best solution is to optimize your settings, and the way you do this is to lower your resolution, lower your graphics quality, and aim for the highest FPS your PC can handle. It's not really the ideal thing you want to hear, but it's the only way to level the playing field amongst other players. So right now, there isn't an actual fix. Unfortunately, this isn't really an easy problem to fix. Tying abilities and mechanics to frame rate is deeply ingrained in how the game was built, and patching this issue could take time. But one thing's for sure, NetEase is gonna have to fix Marvel Rivals immediately, because players deserve a fair and balanced experience no matter what kind of hardware they're using. If they don't do anything about this, they'll face the problem on running into the same issue Overwatch did, which they ignored every bug and everything the community had to say about their game. Especially when let's talk about the single player mode. Disgusting. I'm pretty sure if Rivals does eventually fix this, because they definitely will be, it has no other issues. This is the only first problem that they have to face for them to show Overwatch they're here to stay. If they don't manage to fix this, it shows that they won't be willing to actually do anything for the game on the long term. If Marvel Rivals does something similar to what Overwatch was planning to do and they released a single player campaign, because what we saw in the trailer, it could easily be used as a story campaign for a solo game level design for Marvel Rivals in the future. Imagine they do the thing that Overwatch was planning on doing. They kill everything that Overwatch has built. I mean, they're already doing it now, but this is their first challenge that they have to face, and I'm really hopeful that they did it. I really think that they can do it. But what do you guys think about the issue? Have you noticed your FPS affecting your gameplay? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe, and I'll see you with an update if there's anything on this in the next video. Peace.